A lot of people's families or other types of organized groups are built on trauma being consistently shoved into a large closet. Yet it doesn't matter how much room these people think that closet has in their haste to remain comfortable and palatable to the public eye. How much darkness can we shove into that closet before the door to it can't close anymore? We get so uncomfortable with information that highlights horrific practices, yet when do we take time to think of how uncomfortable the people who suffered through the uncomfortable actions were? Entertainment in its many forms such as movies, concerts, sports, games, etc., is a value that is well needed. It brings us together under performances that gives us a nice dopamine hit and keeps us relating to each other with something other than our constant pains. I will honestly always be grateful as an extreme introvert for social media and its apps for the way people quickly come together online in all kinds of ways, sometimes positive, sometimes negative. However, when will how much we keep our focus on performances and entertainment ever be a problem? These types of family/groups will do all types of public spectacles to show fun or care for a situation or people, yet when it comes down to showing this fun or care for things that doesn't give them the same dopamine as the kind of public entertainment that I mentioned, such as concerts, movies, social media apps, etc., the care is barely prioritized or honestly, straight up ignored. For example, people rarely give money in churches or to charities out of real sense of beliefs. It will be done to feel like they did their part. Done because it helps them look and feel good to know they toss money to support something they feel benefits them emotionally. There's a lot of hidden feelings of self-hate, hate for life, or hate for, pick a random reason that gets pushed so far back to the subconscious instead of being faced and handled appropriately that it manifests in selfish behaviors, such as getting annoyed/resentful when people aren't as social with them as they want. Or never considering the validity of certain types of people's pain because of our own uniform feelings on the matters that make their pain. There's this thing a lot of us do where we absorb the emotions that comes into contact with us like a black hole, then turn what's absorbed into new energy in our soul singularity point. The results aren't always amicable. Sometimes it's a needlessly crude review of the emotions absorbed that turns what we absorb from something simple that can be understood because of empathetic reasoning to a blame game where the emotion absorbed is never understood, just made an example out of. A lot of these families or other organized groups we're raised in or raised to believe intend to do this to us the most. It's easier to say this person made me feel like this instead of we should think of why this person feels like this. Until we learn what it means to understand the innate connection we all have with each other as beings come to life in this universe, everything about each other will always be viewed from a selfish lens that passes blame like a game of hot potato instead of caring about any sense of self-reflection. This behavior will continue to keep us trapped in performance and optics. We, as the whole of humanity on planet Earth, will keep trying to find the best ways to be the most agreeable and most loved out of fear of facing the dark shadows, wearing a mask of light inside us instead of caring about being truthfully helpful in a way that isn't all for our mental corporate performance reviews. We'll care about nothing but what makes us feel special instead of what brings people together the way our favorite forms of entertainment does. A love for tame hedonism and a love for justice-seeking righteousness doesn't have to be so separate. Yet it will take some mental energy towards understanding what those ideas existing together truly mean in order to find that balance. Despite everything that makes me so angry about humanity, it only makes me angry because I believe in its highest potential. If you feel this way too, it's time to resist these failing systems of belief that has never, ever cared about us. It's been time to seek reform however we can.